Crazy, dirty facts about history. Ancient Egyptians believed that Adam, whose name comes from the word completion, was alone on the planet until he ejaculated and all the living creatures were made. Mozart composed a song which literally translates to "lick me in the ass." Victor Hugo was so popular with the local sex workers, when he died, every brothel in Paris closed down for a day of mourning. Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein, had sex in the graveyard her mum was buried in. When he was 27, author Edgar Allan Poe married his 13-year-old cousin, the Roman Emperor Elagabalus. As a show of power upon entering Rome to become crowned emperor, he had hundreds of naked women drag his chariot down the streets of Rome. Isaac Newton was said to have died a virgin, but had a strange obsession with blood, specifically the menstrual blood of whores, which he thought had magical properties. The walls of his room were painted red for this reason. In the Victorian era, women's hysteria stemming from societal restrictions led doctors to discover temporary relief through a pelvic finger massage, inducing a hysterical paroxysm. Prostitution in London was legal, with annual guidebooks assisting men in finding suitable sex workers, detailing prices, ages, appearances, like a X-rated version of TripAdvisor. In ancient Rome, fully legal prostitution thrived, with both male and female services. At its peak, a census identified 32,000 sex workers, marked by phallic-shaped road signs directing patrons to pleasure houses. They were so popular, they had to stay closed until the late afternoon. Otherwise, no one would have bothered to go to work. The firstborn son of Queen Victoria, later King Edward VII, frequented a brothel so often that a custom love seat was crafted for him. The ancient Egyptians believed in the divine nature of animals and, as part of their religious practices, engaged in sexual activities with animals, including serpents and crocodiles. Roman soldiers had a strong affinity for brothels, leading to the creation of special coins featuring sexual acts, which were used as currency with prostitutes. Female admirers of ancient Roman gladiators would purchase their sweat and grime after matches, believing it to be an aphrodisiac and lubricant. In ancient Greece, relationships between men and boys were more lenient, though it was considered somewhat inappropriate if the boy was under 12 years old. During the Han Dynasty, male practitioners of Taoism in China abstained from ejaculation during sexual activity because they believed semen held the essence of life and didn't wish to deplete it excessively. Catherine the Great employed girls and eunuchs as full-time foot ticklers to arouse them sexually. The ticklers also told obscene stories to help get the empresses in the mood. She also appointed her friend, Countess Praskovia Bruce, as an evaluator of male capabilities for potential lovers, assessing them based on their organ size and lovemaking skills. Imitating the performances of the gods, the Egyptian pharaohs, after the Feast of Nim, along with a band of men, would stand at the riverside. First of all, the pharaoh would remove his clothes and masturbate to let his semen flow directly into the Nile so as to nourish the river. Aftering him, the other men would perform the same fertility rite. The ancient Chinese were the earliest inventors of the cock ring. They used goat's eyelashes for extra tickle stimulation.